Yo, what's good, YouTube? Hey, man, it's been a minute. It's been a long, long time, man. But guess what? I'm back. I'm back for good, man. I'm doing this for real. I'm doing this legit. I got you, man. Listen, the channel has jumped from like 200 some subscribers, like 670. Just want to say I appreciate y'all for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate y'all for showing support, showing love. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now I gotta give back to y'all, man. I gotta give back. AAL has been slacking. And ironically, we're coming to the end parts of the season. So much content wasted. I understand that. This time, for real, I'm going to give y'all the best content, NBA content there is out there. There's not going to be anybody better than what I'm going to be posting for the next few months. 2022, the rest of 2022 will be the year of AAL. Remember that. I appreciate y'all for showing support. Please keep subscribing. Please keep liking the videos. Get the comments up. Thank y'all so much. Now let's get straight to the video because I'm fired up. Let's do this. YouTube people. First video back in a while. We got a good one. Now, let me do a little bit of background explaining before we get straight into this video. 2021-22 season happened. Pretty good season. Okay. Nothing too crazy. We get into the playoffs. The Nets, they get swept. Lakers don't make it. Suns get bounced in the second round in embarrassing fashion. You got the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies going back and forth, chopping at each other. Golden State back on top. Chris Middleton gets injured, and the Bucks are knocked out in the second round. Jimmy Butler does everything he could against the Celtics, but he couldn't make it. Dallas made a conference finals. Whole bunch of crazy stuff done happen. But nothing crazier than the Boston Celtics making it to the NBA Finals when no one expected them to. No one expected them to make it to the NBA Finals except for them. I remember back in the beginning of the year, January, these dudes was trash. I'm talking about sucking. Had like a below 500 record, chopping at each other. They going back and forth. Reports coming out. Can Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum even play together? Oh, it was hot. The block was hot, right? And then I believe Jaylen Brown made a tweet, put out a tweet saying something like, "Oh, this is our turnaround. This is where we make our point," or something like that. And from that point on, it's just been crazy. They swept the Nets, and who would have thought? Swept? Swept the Nets? That's crazy, man. Come on, that's sweep the Nets. That's insane, bro. You feel me? Beat the Bucks in 7, even though Chris Middleton did not play. They still beat the best player. And we're gonna talk about Giannis in a little bit. But they still beat the best player in the world. And then faced the Miami Heat, probably what top top 5 team in defense in the regular season. Best record in the East. Beat them dudes in 7. And now, as of today, June 9th, 2022, they're up 2-1 on the Golden State Warriors. Now, going into the finals, people had the Warriors winning this 6-7 games, but it's not looking like that. It's not looking like that. All because of this man right here, Jason Tatum. Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one who sees it. Because if you don't, you have to be an idiot. This dude has been crazy, going nuts in the playoffs this year, right? Multiple 40-point games, knocked out KD, knocked out Giannis, knocked out Jimmy Butler as a leader of this Celtics team. I mean, come on. You would have to think, after seeing what he has done and looking at the numbers that he has put up, immediate superstar. There's no discussion, right? But of course, there are just some people in the media who just have to talk, who have a platform, who just talk nonsense. Today here, we have a video reaction. Richard Jefferson defends Jason Tatum after Malika Andrews said he's not a superstar player. I want to give a shout out to. Hold on, I got you. Real quick. Re-up Ricky. Shout out to Re-up Ricky for making this video. So go subscribe to him. Y'all know what to do. Go subscribe to Re-up Ricky. Shout out to you, bro, for making this video. Hit the like button. Yes, sir. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into the reaction video and see what Malika Andrews got to say. Now I got something to say about Malika Andrews after the video. Might be a little controversial, but we'll see. Let's get into the video.
Star, or I'm on the verge. That never came from me, but it has been a big deal this last year and a half or 2 years, and I see it all the time. And there's always been a question in the back of my head, like I wonder who spoke on my behalf or said that, or why that was such a big deal. But if you win a championship, they can debate a lot of things. They can't debate whether or not you're a champion.
Interesting. All right, some numbers real quick. Even though Tatum.
So basically, what happened? Somebody asked him about him being a superstar or something like that. There's like some type of confusion in the air if Jason Tatum is even a superstar or not, which is kind of ridiculous. But you're going to see what Malika has to say.
Is knocking on the door of superstar.
By the way, look at these numbers. You serious? 33, 30, 27, 28. These are all against really great teams.
Not sure where he left that conversation, but he has had one outlier low-scoring game in every series this postseason. The good news, though, for Boston is he got that out of the way in Game 1. He scored almost 30 points per game for the playoffs in games besides his lowest-scoring game each series. But I want to circle back because everyone's ears kind of perked up when...
Bro, listen, y'all got to listen to this, man. Just listen.
When he was talking about this, oh yeah, we missed Perk about this superstar moniker, and we've had a bunch of conversations. I'm a stickler when it comes to the superstar. I don't think that they're. I think that it's like very, very rare air, and so there's a whole bunch of players that are not.
It's not that rare, but. Continue.
Knocking on the door of superstardom, but to me, you have to check off the box of not only your play, which I think, by the way, Jason, that's where it comes from. That's when you started to get this sentiment. It's because you are playing, sir, like a superstar. So hats off to you. But it's butts and seats. It's casual fan appreciation. I think all of that goes into superstar, which for me is why it's like Steph, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Nikola Jokic knocking on that door potential. And then to me, it's like
okay. we have a problem here. We have a serious problem here, right? She named a whole bunch of players: LeBron, Steph, KD, Giannis, Jokic. Bro, those are like elite type players. You feel what I'm saying? Of course, you got the super elites, where it's like no matter what year they're in, they're going to be up there. LeBron, Steph, KD, Giannis. And then you got your up and coming talents. That's where Jason Tatum will be. He's up and coming, right? He's not on the top of the world yet. He's up and coming. But he's like, his name is known out there. His name is known. This is not news. We know who Jason Tatum is. We know who he is. Stop this.
Embiid's not a superstar?
Embiid's a superstar.
Okay.
What?
She forgot Embiid. He was an MVP candidate. Are you serious? Come on, man.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this Jason Tatum superstardom talk?
I agree with your phrasing and that he is knocking on the door. And a lot of
You
times,
gotta be kidding me.
superstardom is won in moments. And so, if you're able to bring the Celtics to an NBA Finals and win a championship, then people will probably say he has arrived and you are a superstar. And by the way, Jason Tatum, JT, like this is a great compliment.
Yes.
Your play has dictated you being in the same conversation as superstars because we look to you as that next generation star by how you play. And that's why a lot of people really enjoy the comparisons also with Kobe because it feels like that legacy is alive and thriving within the NBA. I know a lot of people look into game 2 and say, oh my goodness, if you look at the stats, he's minus 36, which by the way, you know, I'm glad you brought out those outlier games. He's minus 36 and plus minus, which by the way is the lowest we've ever seen in the past 25 years. I saw that floating around NBA Twitter, like, don't panic so much. It's okay when
NBA Twitter equals panic.
Oh yeah, it definitely does normally mean equal panic, but like you just pointed out, like typically they're outlier games, and also he was the only Celtic player on the floor in that entire third quarter where the Warriors went on that run. So really that minus 36 is probably more like minus 15 alongside the rest of his team.
I'm not gonna lie, she's not talking about anything right now. Is he a superstar or not? Come on, what are we doing?
And there are good things to have confidence since we're in Beantown, right? I think he was 6 for 9 from 3. You know, his stroke is out there. The rest of the team was 9 for 28. Only 3 guys in double figures. So Ime Udoka.
What are we talking about?
They have to share the ball. They have to get back to finishing shots. And honestly, like I'm not feeling bad. You split on the road, so this is not a problem.
Zach?
What are we doing here? Like,
thank you.
What's going on?
What are we doing?
Jason Tatum was first team All NBA.
I didn't even have to say. Oh my goodness. What are we doing here, y'all? What are we doing here? Are we really having this discussion? This man is in the NBA Finals. Let his team. You know what? I'm gonna let the video continue. Let the video continue.
He's the best player on the Finals team. He scored 47 points against the Milwaukee Bucks on the road.
Giannis,
with
come
their
on.
season on the line.
Come on.
I don't know what the rubric is for superstar. I need a
What are we
spreadsheet
doing?
for all your different categories. Jason Tatum's a superstar. He's not knocking on
That's
the
what
door.
I'm saying.
Knocking on the door? Then they're like, oh, please let me in. Jason Tatum has the key
Come
to
on,
the door.
man.
He's a top 10 player in the NBA. He's a superstar. Done. They're in the finals. 1-1. What are we doing? What's happening here?
I'm with Zach.
That's what I'm saying, man. With like, there's no discussion here. He said it point blank. I mean, look, I don't want. I'm not even gonna go down that road. Malika Andrews. I'm gonna be real. Your points is dumb. Okay? Your points is dumb. Your standards for superstar are ridiculous. Here's my thing. You have your super elites. I'm talking about guys that are going to be good no matter what. I'm talking about dudes who, whatever situation you put them in, they're going to ball out. Type of dudes who are going to be good no matter what. And then you got your superstars, dudes like Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler. You feel what I'm saying? Those are your superstars. I don't know what Malika Andrews is talking about, but it's not making any sense.
The other thing about superstar, I'm not gonna get my.
Did you hear that, Jason Tatum? Did you hear that?
But my other thing about it is it's the longevity. It's doing it over time, and so there are people who are superstars in moments, and then there are other players who have earned the moniker. I'm thinking of a Kevin Durant, for example, of superstar, kind of no matter what he does for the rest of his career. LeBron James, because of his play up until this point. Jason Tatum could and will get there. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying, like, it's a complicated. I will get to the
It's not that complicated.
Okay.
It's not.
It's really
You
not.
and I really rarely get to be on the same page like this. This is a good feeling.
Well,
I like
it's actually in my notes.
Right, here's the thing. She says superstars have moments. We're acting like Jason Tatum averaged like 10 points last season. Did nothing. We're acting like Jason Tatum didn't lead his team to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2020. Even though it was in the bubble, we still got to take into consideration they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. If we're going to say that Lakers championship counted, we also have to say Jason Tatum leading his team to the conference finals also counts. Another thing, last year, yeah, they lost to the Nets. You know, that's when they had Kyrie, KD, and Harden. But, you know, hey, that was a pretty tough team. And guess what? They swept them this year. She's talking about moments. No, Jason Tatum has been building himself up for a good period of time. This is not just something that he just woke up and started doing. If it was just something where he just started, you know, dropping 30, dropping 40, all of a sudden in the playoffs, then yeah, you can say that. But no, he is there. He's been building himself quite nicely. Quite nicely. He is there, man. First team All NBA, and I guarantee you he will be in the MVP conversation next year. This is not just a moment. The Celtics are legit. Stop it, man. This does just come on. It's not adding up.
Before our ears perked up and we started talking about this, was the inconsistency of Jason Tatum. I don't think, though, that superstars somehow are not allowed, or burgeoning superstars, however you want to say it, aren't allowed to have inconsistent games.
Obviously.
So we're talking about the Jays. By the way, I hate the nickname the Jays for them.
Really?
And like how they haven't scored 25 together in one game, and inconsistency.
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Well, they actually did in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Whatever it is, Janae. Okay. Can we just talk about what they've faced? The Bucks are the #1 defense in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
The Heat were the #4 defense in the regular
What
season.
are we talking
the
about?
The Warriors were the #2 defense in the regular season.
Do I have to? Yo, it's almost like all of this stuff is flowing, going right over her head. She's not taking any of this into consideration. Bro, the things that he has done in this postseason run. He's not a superstar. What? What does it take to be a superstar? Then, bro, leading your team. If you lead your team to the NBA Finals, you're there. I guarantee you, last year when Trae Young and the Hawks were 2 games away from going to the NBA Finals. Bro, of course, people would have put him into superstar category immediately. Is Luka Doncic not a superstar? Is he not a superstar? He's never been to the NBA Finals. I think is this his first time getting out the first round? Is he not a superstar? Jokic has been swept multiple times. He just won MVP. Embiid has never been to the finals. He was an MVP candidate. You see what I'm saying? So her argument against Jason Tatum, him not being a superstar, saying it's longevity or whatever, it doesn't make any sense. The same people that she mentioned aren't winning. LeBron just missed the playoffs. Man, come on. KD just got swept. Jokic lost in 5. What are we doing? Let's be real now. Come on, man. We gotta start giving these people jobs just for the heck of it. We gotta start giving these people jobs, man.
He's like, scoring 25 points in a game is hard. Being consistent against those teams is hard. Like the defense,
in the
this is like the
playoffs.
hardest basketball gets right now. That's why fewer and fewer players can get on the floor.
Right.
That's why I don't think he's inconsistent. I don't think he's inconsistent. He had an off night, and to say he's inconsistent implies that the other team wasn't responsible for that.
Come on,
and
Richard.
great players, what they typically
Come
do
on,
is
Richard.
they see how they were affected. Did they shoot too much from the perimeter? Did they not attack too much? Did they get in foul trouble? What
Come
was
on,
my
Richard.
mentality? And so we've seen every single time he's had a subpar game for him, he has shown up because he has gotten better. So I think to say that he's inconsistent, you're not really watching the game.
Look, man. It doesn't get any simpler than this. Jason Tatum is a superstar. He's here. He's here. Okay? He is a superstar. I don't know why we're even having this discussion. It doesn't make any sense. But I do want to say something about Malika Andrews. Okay? Fellas, here's the truth. Malika Andrews is just another pretty face. I'm being real. I'm just being real. Why do you think she is so popular? For her crazy takes? Her talking points? Her personality? No. Fellas, come on now. Why do you think they put her front and center on the NBA show? Why do you think that is? It's because she's pretty. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Okay? She's a pretty face with a good smile, pretty attractive. It fits an agenda. Come on, people. And she gets to go on these shows and say whatever she wants. And the hard hard reality about it, nobody gives a damn about what she says. Because you want to know why? Because she's pretty. So when she says stuff like this, Jason Tatum is knocking on the door of superstardom, people will actually believe it. People will say, okay, she's on this high network show. She has to be right. No, this is ridiculous. For her to come out and say that he's not a superstar? What? That's why I appreciate Richard and the other homie putting her in check like, yo, shorty, you wilding right now. Look, man, final thoughts. Stop giving idiots jobs who don't know what they're talking about. And she didn't even make the discussion interesting. She made up dumb talking points that made no sense. Longevity, inconsistency, bro, superstars struggle all the time. It's going to happen. It's like, come on, man. It's going to happen. That's why I said guys like Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and LeBron James are super elites. Meaning, if you put them into any situation, any team, they're going to ball out. Whether the team loses or wins, they're in a different category. But guys like Giannis, Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, Embiid, and Jokic, those dudes are well into their primes right now. Giannis has already won a championship. Jokic is a two-time MVP. Embiid was a MVP candidate. And Jason Tatum is now in the finals. These are the guys who are looking to replace those super elites. But superstars, no question. What are we doing here? Man, I'm done with this. Look, if y'all enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please stop sipping over Malika Andrews. All right, y'all, peace.